Now that we've successfully introduced the invisible wall, samurai pull, and leash pop techniques, our next goal is to maximize loose leash time while only using our leash for purposeful physical communication. And there are only 4 ways we can do this, with the first being move your feet. Your dog is still learning to walk on a loose leash and pay attention to you. And the only way that we're going to get there is by setting them up for success by matching their pace within reason. And when we notice that our dog is no longer aware of us, we're going to change direction. Allow them to hit the invisible wall while we samurai pull and reward them for coming back into the heel position. This means that while we are still teaching our dog how to walk nicely on a loose leash, it is important to be indifferent towards the direction as well as their performance. This is because the only way to teach your dog to pay attention to you by ditching them and rewarding them for solving the puzzle. But if you do not want to ditch your dog for whatever reason, you can use our third technique, call to heel position. This is the introduction to the come command. Calling your dog to the heel position is a great way to reset and re-engage with your dog without the need for changing direction. We use these 3 techniques to teach our dog to walk on a loose leash and be aware of their handler through positive association. But where these techniques fail is when your dog is targeting something, which is why we also need the leash pop or off command. Dogs can only pay attention to one thing at a time. So if they're targeting something, it means that they're not going to register your communication. And before we can redirect, we first need to train them to break their concentration. We introduce this first on low value smells when our dog is in a neutral mindset. So when you first start your walk, you will move your feet and allow your dog to start targeting different smells on the ground. While you do, pay attention to the average time your dog tends to target a specific smell. Then later on the walk, when your dog is in a more neutral mindset and you notice they are targeting something that is low value, you will use the off/leash pop technique 1 to 2 seconds before you think that they were going to naturally remove themselves from that smell anyway. And when they do successfully remove themselves, mark, lure into heel, and reward. This, over time, will allow you to be able to remove your dog from any situation by simply asking them to actively ignore whatever they are targeting.